When it comes to gamers and understanding how people feel when they're not able to get their hands on graphics cards, I am completely there with you guys. I can't get my hands on things that I want to do videos on. I am not a miner by trade. I am not somebody who was doing mining and then came and all of a sudden just started producing videos. No, we've made mining videos to help out the average person. No, of course, all this video is going to do is inflame the people who are on their side and will not listen to reason. But there are people who will listen to this video and then be like, wow, I never thought of it that way. And it's those few people that I really want to affect with this video. Not the guys who are firm in their stances and just like, screw you, I know what I believe in. Like, you can't get through to those guys most of the time. That doesn't happen in a single video. Getting through to those type of people requires time, dedication, loving on them, spending time with them, talking with them, becoming their friend while you're on the other side. That's how you change that type of systemic inbuilt violence that's in their heart. Is through like friendship over time. A single video doesn't do that, but then there's people who are talking this way who will be swayed by a single video because they haven't put the thought into it just yet. From a surface level, they perceive the issue, but they're not realizing what the actual issue is, and that's why this video will exist. And there you go, guys, that's why I did this. On average, most mining videos are really, really bad. They're terribly produced, they have terrible editing, they're made by cell phones, and like, it's just a rough place to be in. There are a few exceptions. Last time I said this, somebody was like, oh, are you talking about me? And I was like, no, I'm not talking about you. I was talking about a generic people. I don't even know who you are. Well, don't talk about us if you don't know who we are. What do you mean don't talk about you if you don't know who what? I wasn't directing it at you. It was like a specific non-specified remark, and that's what this is. I have a specific non-specified remark about people who make videos that are poor quality, that are hard to watch, they're hard to find because they title things weirdly, they have terrible thumbnails. There's just this aspect of mining videos on YouTube not being done well, and there's a handful of people who actually do it really well, and I've given them shout outs before, and I very much appreciate their work, but we do have a niche here where with our video expertise and at least my knowledge about mining, we can make helpful mining videos for people who are not gonna screw over the everyman. We're making mining videos for the gamer. There's not this separation where my mining videos are helping out the people who are hurting the gamer. No, I firmly believe, and if you go into the comments on many of my videos, we are helping out the people who actually have a gaming system and have converted it into being able to make money on the side and help pay for their next upgrade. Sure, things have gotten a little out of hand with GPU shortages, and they're not able to afford as much as they were before, but that is not caused by them. It's not caused by the guy who has 4 RX Vegas in his system. It's just not, because you weren't gonna buy RX Vega in the first place for gaming, were you? Ah, zing. The miners who are causing the GPU shortages, and this is also an aspect that I've very much wanted to address. I am not complaining about them. I am not complaining about the GPU shortage. I am not complaining that people are buying up all the graphics cards. I sympathize with everyone. I can understand why gamers are so very ticked at the fact that a new GTX 1060 is gonna cost them $500. That is outlandish. It should not be that price, especially for a gaming card. However, on the other side of this, and I've expressed this before, I'm not going to complain about the miners who are building these industrial-sized farms, who are buying everything from suppliers directly, who buy everything at wholesale and go above the distribution chain. I'm not complaining about them either, because I completely get it. Why wouldn't they buy the graphics cards? Why wouldn't they be mining? It makes no sense. And then we can go up the food chain. We could talk about Nvidia and AMD being at fault, but at the same time, they're making money as well. They're selling out of everything they can produce. Why would they try to stop that? From a very rational position, I do not understand the hate and the anger that is coming towards miners. I can understand the frustration and the personal disgust that you have about the situation, but I don't blame miners. I'm not complaining about them. I just recognize these are the steps that have led us to the place where we have to pay $600 for a $200 card. I can recognize those steps, I can sympathize, I can feel bad with everybody, because truth be told, we are a tech channel. We are making mining videos because that's the most that people are doing with their hardware right now. Most people are not buying graphics cards for gaming because they can't get them, first of all, but then also secondly, it's very profitable for them to use it on the side for some side income to help pay for their next upgrade. I firmly hold that belief, and I will continue to hold that belief because I have too much anecdotal evidence to believe that this is not helping out the average gamer, at least my videos. The way we have positioned definition, what we do helps out the average gamer. We are not the team that is showing people how to set up industrial size sets, how you get a server power supply, how you contact your electricity company to have the amp rating in your entire house upgraded so that you can fit 85,000 rigs on your single server, how to contact your utility and get the best electric plan that you can, where to find the best industrial airport hangars so that you can store all your crap. We're not doing any of that. Buying 6 RX 580s and putting them in a mining rig and being able to pay themselves off, but then also being able to pay for things that you might want to be able to do later as a gamer makes complete sense to me. Bam, let me find another comment, ma'am. You're farting supporting this shenanigans? Flatulate off. Yes, of course I would support something that can help out the average person. Do I support the system that has brought us to the place where we don't have enough graphics cards? No, I do think that there are steps that can be taken that can alleviate the issue at the very top level of what's being done with NVIDIA, AMD, distributors, suppliers, all of that kind of stuff. I think there are things that can be done on this side, but at the same time, if there's a systemic issue that is causing the massive problem that we are seeing, and this is not causing the problem. This is not anywhere near where the actual problem is, and what you're telling me is because you're experiencing the symptom that you don't want me to touch any of it at all. That doesn't make any sense. That would be like if you're gaining weight and you're telling me, stop eating that one cookie you have every single day, when really the issue is that the fact that I'm consuming 15 Frappuccinos and downing 4 liters of Coke every day. The single cookie that I'm having, sure, might be contributing slightly to me gaining some pudge around myself, but at the same time, the real big issue is the systemic consumption of things that aren't healthy and not having a system in place to actually fix it. The way to lose weight is to not cut out that cookie. The way to lose weight is to actually cut out this massive oversight right over here. That's what I can feel good about supporting the average miner. I can feel good about the gamer who wants to use their 1060 to mine because they are not the systemic problem. Sure, they might be causing it to some extent. Sure, your local gamer turned miner might be buying that last graphics card that's on the shelf, but the reason there aren't enough graphics cards on the shelf has nothing to do with them. It is they are experiencing the same symptoms that you are with shortages and price gouging and everything else. The people who are buying retail are not your enemies, they're your compatriots, and can we all just agree that the PC Master Race is the best because you can't mine on consoles? No, you can't. The PS4 Pro, what's that gonna do? It's gonna earn you jack all. What about the Xbox One X? It's not gonna give you anything because you can't mine on them because consoles suck. At this point, I'm pretty sure this guy has multiple personality disorder. One day, why cryptocurrency is ruining PC gaming and GPU shortage. The next day, hey, look at this awesome mining build, full of overkill, full of RGB, and how you can build it yourself. First of all, it's pretty funny. I get how you see that I am switching lanes here, but at the same time, all I think it is nuance. There is depth to this issue that can be discussed. There is nuance that can be applied. This is like Democrats and Republicans being opposed to one another, but really, if you look at the issues that they discuss, they agree on some points, but they hate each other because of the labels that are associated with it. Hating mining because it's mining doesn't make sense, and complaining about whining gamers because they're whining about not having graphics cards doesn't make sense. Having these overarching issues that we look at and we associate everything at the top level with the nuance that's actually in the nitty-gritty that we take care of, that is ludicrous to me. And it's not multiple personalities, it's just understanding that there is a difference between supporting the gamer who wants to mine and then supporting the industrial size warehouse people that just want to consume everything. I don't blame them, I don't have anything against them. If that's what they do to earn money, I'm totally okay with it. There's nothing unethical about that. But at the same time, I can sympathize with everybody else who's experiencing the issues, and I feel like a broken record, but gosh dang it, this is what I believe. I don't have a multiple personality disorder that I am aware of because I at least only am in one personality at a time. However, I firmly believe that we all just need to give some caveats to our life. If you have place for detail and nuance and caveats, the world can be a much greater place because it's not all about these labels and these stereotypes that we apply to people and things, and we reject them outright. And I'm guilty of doing this. Everybody's guilty of doing this. We look at things and we say, no, it's one of those groups. We don't want anything to do with that. But that's just hogwash. That has nothing to do with whether or not you would get along with a person. That has nothing to do with whether a system is broken. Everything is in the detail. Sure, there are overarching principles and things that are happening at the very top level, but when it comes down to the dirt, the things that we actually do on a day-to-day basis, just opposing people because of stereotypes is garbage, and this turned into a political thing. But gosh dang it, GPU, gamers and miners, can't we all just get along? That's what I really want. Gamers and miners getting along. We got way too deep, but I want gamers and miners getting along. I'm so tired of this. Freaking hate you because you are showing miners how to get the bang for their buck. Hate you, don't encourage miners. Again, I'm encouraging the small guy. The small guy's not your problem, okay? Okay? It's not the guy on the lowest tier rugby team that's really causing the All Blacks to lose when they play the Springboks. No, except for that doesn't happen, so rip the Springboks. Please don't make me unsub. I just subbed to your channel because I loved your tech videos, and now you're promoting this. So disappointed. Where were you? Like, honestly, if you're just new to the channel, did you go through the backlog at all? Did you even check out the channel before you hit the sub button? Because I totally recommend that you guys do that. Actually check out the content before you hit the sub button. How many mining videos have we released over the past few months? Dozens? It was always there. I'm sorry, friend. You should really do your research. Don't come at me and say you're unsubbing. Check out channels before you sub to them. Don't just sub. Gosh dang it. Unsubscribe. This guy takes part in mining. SMH. Wow, lol. Triggered. I literally have a playlist dedicated to Bitcoin mining stuff. What are you talking about? Come on. What happened to crypto is dead, lol. It's not dead. It's never died. I just look at what's happening and I talk about that. Most of the time, I don't tend to give these these things that I'm future casting for where things are going. I really try to stick to the present and talk about what's happening right now. Is crypto dying? No. But were prices crashing when I made the video about GPU pricing? Yes, absolutely. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not trying to say crypto is dead. I'm saying crypto is hemorrhaging right now, and we should all just be aware of that, what's happening right now. I'm not future casting. I'm not talking about crypto being dead over the long term. In fact, I have a very optimistic view when it comes to cryptocurrencies over the long term. I have issues with how things are being handled presently. I'm a present guy. I don't live in the past. I don't live in the future. I live right now. And you guys seem to think that when I talk about the present, that I'm talking about the future, and I'm not. I'm just talking about right now. I'm right here. Everything's good. I'm gonna move on. The point I want to end on is I understand. I am completely with you guys. I get why you leave these comments. I'm not offended by it. I'm not hurt by it. But I do think it's worth addressing. I do think it's worth making a dedicated video talking about this subject matter, because there are plenty of other mining channels that are getting hate from so many people, and there are plenty other tech channels that are just even talking about mining and seeing more dislikes on a video than they've ever seen before. I just think that we all need to realize that there are details and that there are reasons why it's not every single person's fault when it comes to mining. The fact that we can talk about mining in the capacity that we do here on this channel, and many other tech channels are doing, is in a way that it helps most people. Sure, we're experiencing some symptoms right now of a systemic problem. The system is against us. NVIDIA and AMD aren't ramping up production because they're not being asked to by the AIB partners, and the AIB partners are then directly selling to miners. That right there captures the entire problem in its essence. And just because there's a guy that you know who bought 15 graphics cards doesn't mean that stopping him from doing that is going to alleviate this issue, because it's this issue over here for gamers that will not get resolved by forcing tech channels to stop covering mining and forcing the mining channels to stop covering in the capacity that they do. All it does is create this hatred and anger in the tech community that doesn't need to be there. There is so much to enjoy about technology. There is so much to enjoy about mining. There is so much to enjoy about the blockchain and the fact that gamers and people who are just angry about everything can't sit down and have a proper discussion like normal people. Makes no sense. And I understand I'm on the internet, and I understand I'm asking people in the YouTube comments to be civil, but gosh dang it, that's what I want. I want civility. I don't care that the culture on the internet is to be uncivil and to do hate attacks and to say negative things. I don't care that that's the culture. I want to change the culture. I want the culture to be what it should be, not talk about what it is. And that's the only type of future casting that I'll do. I'll have hope for the people who come into my comments and call me a narcissistic little butthead, and I will look at them and be like, you shouldn't be doing this, and I wish you would be better. That's where I sit. That's what I want to do. That's why I'm making this video, because I think the internet culture that is surrounding mining can have a much broader and open discussion if we talk about it properly and not assign these straw man arguments to talk about things that don't really exist as the actual problem. If you enjoy these kind of comment responses, discussion, talking head videos, I very much desire doing these because it just allows me to get the things that are building up inside of me as I read all of your comments. It just allows me to have an outlet for talking about that. And so if you guys like watching it, don't forget to like, share it to your friends who might be on the fence of different sides of things. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all of our tech-related content, because we do tech-related content. And guess what, my friends? Mining is tech-related. Guess what? An RGB AIO liquid cooler, that is tech-related. Talking about GPU pricing, that is tech-related. All of those things come from what we desire to do, and that's be one of the best tech channels on YouTube. And I know we're not there, so just hold your comments on that one. But I want to be one of the best tech channels on YouTube, which means we're going to be covering a lot of different things. And mining and crypto and Bitcoin is a very popular topic right now, and to not address that with dignity and honor and respect and words that are just great buzzwords, to not give it seriousness and to not treat it as if it's a new sector in tech is dismissing a whole area that is a very proper one. It exists, it's its thing now. Like, mining is a thing, and to not treat it as its own thing and to say we want to get rid of all of it, it's like the people who didn't want the cars because they had horse and carriages and buggies and things with everything drawn by animals. No, begone. It's a new way. It's a new revolution. Begone. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, use our Amazon affiliate code down in the video description if you are purchasing anything tech related. Very much helps us out. You can also have a conversation with me either down in the comments when I'm tilting my head, because I know the pop-up's gonna go right there, or over on Twitter. I am at UFDisciple. Anyways, I am Brett with the UFD Tech channel. You've just been filled in, and I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow. Sunday.